My next guest has a massive fight coming up on June 24th at Bellator 180. One of the hottest prospects in the world of mixed martial arts. And I can't believe it's only the first time. This is his debut on the show. It's long overdue. It is Mr. James Gallagher. James, first of all, great to have you on. How are you, my friend? How are you keeping there over in Iceland, I believe?
Yeah, thanks very much for having me on. I'm just in Iceland here training in Mjolnir over with Gunnar Nelson and stuff, and then also Kane and Lee Hammond and Kiefer, and we've all just decided to come over here and get focused and prepare for our wins.
Yeah, is that the reason why you've gone over? So, obviously the fight is until June 24th. It's very early. Why is the main reason? Is it just to get focused, get settled into a fight camp?
Yeah, it's just like when I'm back home, like now it's just like I'm always like growing, do you know what I mean? Like I'm getting more popular and stuff, and I've got like just a lot of shit going on. So yeah, there's a lot of like distractions as I grow and get bigger. So this is one of the most important fights of my life. It's the biggest moment of my life, not just my career. So
100%.
I'm coming here to get focused, and I'm going to put absolutely everything I've got into it. And so it just felt right to like come here and start and get that focus and take my game to the next level. Do you know what I mean? I'm stepping up here. I'm going in.
Definitely.
I'm putting it all out here. I've got nothing to lose. I've got everything to gain, and I'm going in here fully prepared, not half-hearted. So that's why we've decided to come out here and get focused.
It's obviously a very exciting time for you. You said they're the biggest moment of your life, the biggest fight of your life. It's in Madison Square Garden. It's in New York, an amazing place for Irish people. Is it about keeping the excitement under control until then?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to laugh it all up, and I'm going to, do you know what I mean? I'm just going to do me as I always do. But it's after what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like I've got like I've got a good task at hand, and I'm not trying to focus on anything else but the task that I've got in hand. And I feel like you just need to kind of be like just separate myself from it a little bit, and I'm just going to focus on what I've got in front of me and just focus on me. And I feel like the rest is just all going to take care of itself. Do you know what I mean? It's great to be fighting in Madison Square Garden, but there's some fella in front of me who has what I want. Do you know what I mean? I need to get past him to get where I want to go. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm focused on. The belt's up for grabs this weekend, and
that's right.
I'm keeping a close eye in this fight, and that's what I want. I'm coming for that. Do you know what I mean? This is where I'm going straight through this guy on June 24th, and then I want the belt.
You mentioned
my turn.
You mentioned dinner. Have you had any of the Icelandic cuisine again? I remember back in the day, Connor and Chris and Cahill were eating the sheep's heads.
Yeah, I've had a few things. I've tried the sheep's head and stuff and all this before. I actually like it. I think it's nice.
Yeah, is it? What's it taste like? Can you compare it to anything?
It's like just like lamb, like a really nice tender lamb shank. That's what it's like. So it's fucking beautiful, but the eyes and stuff like that are not nice, and I'm not into them.
I don't blame you. James, the performance against Kirill Medvedevsky, was the best I think you've ever looked. Your stand-up was really good. Your leg kicks, you led the jab into the leg kicks, and then obviously you got the takedown and choked him out. Was that, obviously very pleasing for you for the fight to go that way? How do you look back on that performance now?
You have seen nothing yet. You have seen absolutely jack shit. Yeah, I've got a lot more to dish out than that, and I feel like in June 24th you might see a little bit more. And that's the way I'm going. It was okay. It was a good performance, but I made a few mistakes, and I'm fixing them. And then it was a great performance. I got the win, and I was happy with it. But I went back and I fixed my mistakes. I was in the gym on the Monday after it, and now I'm focused on this one. I feel like I've got a few new tricks added to the game, and I've fixed a few things that weren't so good. And everyone's always on to me about, oh, you're fighting a Machida, and I'm like, fuck him. He's fighting a Gallagher. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck that. That's the way I'm looking at it. He should be saying, oh fuck, I'm fighting a Gallagher. I'm not saying, oh fuck, I'm fighting a Machida. So I'm going out there and doing me. I'm fighting whoever's in front of me. I don't care who it is, and I'm beating him, and that's the way it is.
Do you put emphasis on, I thought your stand-up looked really good in the last, but obviously you've, your good pal Kiefer Crosby and Keane Cowdy as well. We know how good they are. Their stand-up is especially Keane. Is that a big importance in this fight because of the style, the way they fight?
100%. Do you know what I mean? I'm fighting a guy who's been doing karate longer than years I've been on this planet. I need to be on the ball, standing up. Do you know what I mean? Everywhere I need to be on the ball, everywhere in the sim in any fight. Do you know what I mean? But this one a little more extra. I need to get that awkward timing off the tee, and I feel like I've got it already, and I've still got 10 weeks to go. I feel like if you put me in against him now, and I'll finish him in one round. Put me in against him June 24th, I'm going to finish him in 1 minute.
Yeah. Do you think you look at Chinzo and you look at his age? He's 39. I think it's kind of deceptive. He's obviously older in age, but he hasn't had a lot of MMA miles. He's only 5-2. You obviously have to be very wary of that as well.
Yeah, definitely. He's a very good fighter, but Chinzo's getting fucking chin. And that's the way it is. That's the way it is, but he's excellent. He's an excellent fighter. I have a lot of respect for him and his family, but at the end of the day, he's up against me and I'm up against him. I don't give a fuck who he is or what he is. I'm going in there to beat him, and that's the way it is.
Do you feel as though, every fight we've seen is sort of seeing you, obviously to step up on opponents? This is the biggest one. I think Medvedev was probably your best opponent the last time. You've seemed to rise to the occasion, maybe a lot like the way Artem fights when he's maybe a better fighter against him. He steps up to the mark. Do you feel that way about your performances so far?
Yeah, 100%. I've said this from day one. If you ever look at any of my fights, even through my amateur career, when I was fighting lightweights, I was walking around 69 kilo and fighting at 70 kilo, and I was going in against some absolute monsters, and you just swear I was fighting my dad or something. They were that much bigger than me, and I just rose every time. The bigger the task is at hand, the better I get, and I feel like it's a kind of good thing. The better the guy is, the better I get. Do you know what I mean? He makes me better, and that's the way I feel. But big whoever in front of me, I'm going to walk through them all. They're all going to get choked.
There seems to be a lot more respect. I think it's a bit of a myth that you're a shit talker. You normally don't talk shit until someone starts mouthing off about you at all. Obviously, the respectful. Do you like that? Do you like a bit more shit talk, or do you like the respect levels going into the fight? How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm real. I'll say that I'm real.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to shit talk. I'm being honest. Do you know what I mean? And I always will be. Like, do you know what I mean? If someone starts giving off about something, I'll just be real and straight up. Do you know what I mean? Everything I say is fact. It's not like I'm not just sitting here making up some shit or anything. I'm just saying, you know what I mean, what I think's real and it's the truth, and that's just how I feel. I'm not trying to really just pull out just start shit talking for the sake of it, because that's pointless. If someone starts something, then do you know what I mean, then I'll just continue with it and show them their place as such. Do you know what I mean? But I respect Chinzo. I hope he respects me. And June 24th, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to beat him, and I'll shake his hand, and I'll continue on towards that belt. Is
he done in one?
Yeah. First round right next show.
There we have it.
He's not going to last. He's going to last at the end of the first round. I feel like he's going to run away from me from the bell. He's not going to engage, and when he's chasing down, he's going to try and blitz in. I'm going to catch him on the blitz. I'm going to get him down, and then I'm going to choke him. And that's how the fight's going to play out. There we
go. James, Scott Coker and Bellator, they've obviously put a lot of expectations upon you. It's going to be your first fight in the US. This is also an opportunity to you to build a brand. Have you got an eye on that going into this fight?
No, I'm just I got my eye on me. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be anything or be a brand. I'm just trying to be me, and I'm not going to do anything just to get anything else. You know what I mean? I'm just being me, and I'm just going in fighting and winning. That's all I give a fuck about. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be anything else. And people say that all the time about me, that I'm trying to be this or I'm trying to be that, and I just don't give a fuck, because I'm not. I'm me, and if I was trying to do something like that or become a thing, I probably would care. But since I'm not, I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm just talking about in relation to, obviously making a few bob for yourself business wise. Have Bellator maybe said something to you? Obviously in New York, we saw the buzz at UFC 205 for Conor. Have Bellator maybe organised, or are they going to organise anything with you about maybe going out there doing some promotional stuff in relation to getting some Irish fans on board? When you're over there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be heading over soon. I was just actually speaking to them today, and we're just like trying to come up with a few things on what exactly they want me to do and stuff like this.
Brilliant.
But 100%, I'm on board with that. I want to go to New York. Do you know what I mean? Some good gyms they train at over there and stuff, and I've never been to New York. Do you know what I mean? So I would love to go over and check out where my next victory is going to be, and I'd love to go and check it out before I go over. Do you know what I mean? So it would be nice, but there's going to be a lot of Irish people going over. I swear, I think every other day I'm just getting like screenshots of people booking flights and they got their tickets booked and stuff. So the place is going to be green over there.
100%. Speaking of being green, we saw Brian Moore there last week put on a fantastic performance. Your teammate. You've talked maybe about Kiefer getting a deal on with Bellator as well. And we look at Paul Redmond. Paul, was supposed to fight in Bellator. He wants to get on that card as well. I think it'd be a great idea for Bellator to get a few more Irish guys on the card to really solidify a market here. What's your thoughts and feelings on that?
100%. Brian's an absolute animal. You can't. Do you know what I mean? If you look at Brian, he went in Dublin. He got beat with your man
Daniel Welchik.
Welchik. Yeah. Like if you look at that and then look at his last fight, like look, that's like a winner's mindset. You know what I mean? Even though he got beat in Dublin, but he's able to go back, knuckle down, fix what he has worked on, made no excuses, and just comes back and overcomes that and puts on a performance like he did last Saturday night. That's world champion material there.
Yeah,
he deserves a spot on the card. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about it. I feel like it would only be right for him to get on the card after showing such honor in what he does and the way he came back from that loss and redeemed himself as such. You know what I mean? That's stuff I get inspired from.
Yeah, fantastic work ethic from Brian. A great fighter as well. Look fantastic last Friday. I just saw the highlights, but look really, really good. One thing sort of sticks out to me with Bellator at the moment, and it's something that we've talked a lot about in the show in the past, and something that people are sort of now there's sort of a ball rolling behind it. There's no TV deal in place here for obviously a lot of the fans can't afford to get out and travel. I know it's not up to you, but are you going to maybe have a word with Scott Coker and try and get some eyes on you for this fight live back home when the fight's on?
Yeah, 100%. I would love this, and especially with sponsors and stuff, because I don't even got a fucking sponsor. There's amateurs that get more money from sponsorships than I have ever got in my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's bleeding amateurs that get that, and so it'd be nice if I got like a big TV deal here, and then I would be able to get some sponsorship and stuff like this here, and so that would be nice, and I hope that they get that. But I'm just focused on fighting as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to start calling shots or whatever. It's not me. It's not my fucking place. Do you know what I mean? I don't know nothing about that, so I'm not going to let on that I do and tell them what they should do. Do you know what I mean? They brought me in and they seem to be doing okay so far. So I have been doing okay so far. So I'm just going to continue what I'm doing, and I hope they just continue what they're doing. And they pay me, I fight, I win, and I put in the training, and that's how I keep winning, and that's how I keep making money, and it works perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get something done before June. Anyway, obviously, it's your fight's going to be, I think, headlining the Spike TV portion, which is a huge platform in the US. It's a massive station, so just hopefully they get something sorted back home here. It'd be great to see it live here. Just a couple more before I let you go. Do appreciate the time, James. James, obviously this Friday. Your old pal AJ McKee faces Dominic Mazzotta, and Daniel Strauss takes on Patricio Pitbull. Obviously, you're going to have an eye on both these fights on Friday night.
No, I'll have my eye on one of them, and that's the one for the belt.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about anyone else, bar that belt. That's all. That's what I don't understand, why people like AJ are so focused on me.
Yeah.
I don't got the belt. I'm not the world champion. I'm going to be, because that's what I'm focusing on. That's what I'm coming after. But that's not the mindset that I've got. Do you know what I mean? And it's not only that belt that I want more. You know what I mean? I'm striving to be the greatest of all time, not just the Bellator featherweight world champion, and so I'll just continue, let them focusing on me, like people like AJ focus on me, and I'll just do what they're doing as well. I'll focus on me too, and I'll go and get that belt. They'll be too busy being focused on me that they'll never get to that level. So I'll be watching the Daniel Strauss fight versus the Pitbull guy, and I'll see how that goes, because that's what I want next.
Yeah, obviously your eyes are on that. How long do you think realistically, that's going to be until you get that shot at the title?
I hope after this one, I'd strangle both of them.
Yeah.
So I would strangle both of them, no bother. Pit me in against them. I don't think they're two little scrappers. They have a bit of jiu-jitsu, and that's it. They wouldn't touch me. None of them. They would come in swinging. I would just pick them off with kicks, and then they would try and close the distance, and then I would choke them. I would guillotine both of them, and that's how it goes. And that's what I want next. I'm going to be calling for the belt next. That's what I want. And every time so far, I've rose to the occasion. So, no, give me the fucking belt.
I'm looking forward to your fight in June. I'm sure I will speak to you before then. Listen, I do appreciate the time, James, and enjoy some of that fine Icelandic cuisine with your trainer, mate. Do appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks very much. It's a pleasure being on. So it is. I appreciate it.